this video earlier this morning. I looked at my phone. It was 8:45, and because this is a failed prediction, about 8:48 a.m. at 17th and JFK, as I was there 3 minutes before. Well, I pushed record 3 minutes beforehand. So hanging out at shops. As you can see, those sprinklers, they're not on, right? It's 8:45 a.m. It's 8:45 a.m. At 34 seconds, I said that. July 8th, 2020. Now bear with me here. It looks like on the back of a $50 bill. Because I know you already seen the video this morning. There was a bombing. Or maybe you didn't. JFK, Philadelphia. So 8:48. Inside there, it has like a holographic wall. It's pretty real. Because this is where I'm saying that the flood is coming. Fountains of water. The dam, that this is the dam talked about on the back of a $50 bill. Well, that just turned on now, obviously. So I'm 2 minutes in. I had my other phone, but I was listening to the Bluetooth. So I didn't record the date for some reason, or the timing of it. But because this is a minute and 38 seconds later, and I'm there right around 8:45, 8:46. So 2 minutes later, minute and a half, this water just appears out of the dry ground. Comes the waterfall. Yeah, see? I think you got like 2 minutes left. No, actually, it was about a minute. Maybe right about there. It should be far enough away, right? I don't know. I was pushing it. Because if it blew up right here, and I'm right here, I think some of the particles would have came this way. But this here, it's water coming up. It's not being used, but it's coming up from the rocks, like a desert ground. This is not grass. So this water's coming up out of nowhere. It's not being used. But yet, when I see the homeless people sleeping along, because this morning when I got there, it was about 4 a.m. and so I rode my bike around, and you see people sleeping here and there. You got the section that Black Lives Matter, the no police section. You got tents set up there where I guess a lot of homeless people gather in that area, and they like collaborate and socialize and stuff like that. But the ones that are sleeping like along The ones that are sleeping along where these flowers are and everything. The garden. There's that park right to the left. I think I'm getting ready to walk there. And I mean, it's nice in there because look at the flowers.
I love these.
I do too.
Ginormous
Robin.
Leaves. I feel like eating one.
Now, all this with people sleeping on the benches. There's no water here.
I haven't seen water spring up from this yet.
If this isn't being used, and to start with the homeless people that are right along the line of basically in between Derek's house and Kleck's house. Don't you want to clean that up? I have a suggestion. This place here, it's not even being used, number one. I mean, I'm sure they plan on using it again, but do we really need these statues? What are we doing here? Why can't we just turn this big area into a shower station? Like where cleaning station, where toilets, they can, number one, they can stop pissing on your on the sidewalks, and then people have to go around power washing it to get the smell off, because I don't know when you guys have last been here, but you do smell that on the streets. But what do you expect them to do? So why can't you turn this into a community where you know you'll have people that'll be willing to work there, to help people, volunteer, because you can have a place where everybody has the ability to wash their clothes. Now, take a shower, go to the bathroom properly, get the other toilet thing that cleans your ass too while you're at it. Like, why not just put this into a just like it's not really it's not a place to sleep, but it's a place to clean yourself. Because when you go back over here and you got all this wasted water,
Interesting timing for that.
that waterfall, the dam that just broke at 8:48 a.m. on July 8th, 2020. Why can't you take this water over here that you're not using and then just put it over here? Basically, you already have water in here too. So you already got, you already got the water lines ran. All you need is somebody to build the, I don't know, what would you call it? A rec center, but for cleaning. It's strictly for cleaning. And then if you decide to, like, I'm just saying to start with, if you decide to go down the other area and, maybe it's a cafeteria only. Because where do you get the water from? Where do you get the water from, and how much does it cost to pump water through the lines? And why do we have to be charged with everything anyway? I never understood why, if you have everything at your fingertips, whoever has everything at their fingertips, but you have so much that you can just get fat from it, what is the big deal about doing something that you know it's going to help people? And I know that there's people that's like, you don't really care about other, like, where do you draw the line? That's where do I draw the line with the amount of people that I have to care for? It's just it's people that I encounter. That's who I care for. If I don't encounter people, then I don't know them, so therefore I can't care, and then I won't get hurt later on in life when something happens, like someone dies. And if you care too much, you're gonna hurt, and unless you can care, and you know that the feeling you get from doing that, it surpasses anything else. Any feeling that you have, like, why do you think there's so many gods out there that everybody's looking towards to do like different rituals, and you got to do certain sayings to feel a certain way? They're searching in the wrong place. It's just within inside your heart. Do something good for a person, and then you'll see how it trickles down. Just try it. Try this one thing. It's my suggestion. It's what I would do if I had the ability to. I would straight build this house right here with anybody that wants to help build. But I'm going to need the material because I can't afford it. So if the material can be provided, I'll be more than happy to build this cleaning station, because then you can have washers and dryers, showers, toilets, and batons or whatever that thing's called that cleans your ass too. That eliminates so much discomfort in these homeless people. Now, this is just a start, is what I'm saying. The first thing is just clean people up. There's no water being used here, but it is wasting over in a freaking desert at like 8:48 a.m. on the day I predicted it. I would look for a bombing, but look, I'm okay with it not happening too, because I don't see any point anymore in blowing shit up. Just don't. It's not what Christ came for. He didn't come to destroy the planet. His judgment is fire that proceeds out of the mouth. That's the judgment. You either fall on it and get burnt, or you just get burnt because you're in the way. It's either one or the other. Anybody that wants to volunteer can come right here in the center of Philadelphia. But here's the thing. In order to get here, you might live far away. I don't know why I keep pointing at the finger. I'm sorry. Move your hand, Robin. Okay, sorry. The only way to get here would be, when Derek, let's just be real, when Derek and Click finally reconcile with each other, stop warring with each other, because there's no need anymore. Well, maybe. I mean, everything has to be fulfilled. But when you know the ending, I mean, Scripture has the ending in it for everybody. It's just, do you know where you're at? So once you know where you're at, then you can see the outcome, the finished product. There's a finished product. So what are we supposed to do? How do we start? Let's start with this. Everyone that watches my video, every one of my subs, has a chance to come to Philadelphia. Now, I'm saying when you call it truce, when all this stuff is over and done with, get your hand out of the way, Robin. Ah, man. See, that's not me with my hand movement. I don't want to move my hand. Those first initial thoughts are always like rejected. So anyway, when they finally reconcile, you guys run the planet, right? You run the planet. So let's get everybody here who wants to chip in to build this first water cleaning station. And, you can come up with a name of what it should be called. Obviously, it'll have something to do with like water, because water represents get your hand out of the damn pitcher. You see how easy, like, I'm being serious. I don't want my hand in front of the damn camera. Why am I putting it in front of there? It's interrupting myself. Everybody has to get here. It's compensated for. It's paid for. Everything's paid for. All these luxury, beautiful, I mean, beautiful hotels that you guys stay in. Man, when you're here now, I, I, I can't believe I just put my finger in front of the damn camera again. I'm gonna keep my hand right here on the wood. Stop moving it. I think it's more like it's like a nervous thing, but you're not consciously aware that you're nervous. But then when you finally realize that it's just a nervous thing that you're so used to, which is your first initial feeling, and if you keep going with it, you're just not going to understand why you're doing the things you're doing until you stop. Get it under control. The power you have is to stay still. Keep your damn hand out of the freaking camera. I'm talking to Lucifer inside of me. That's Christ talking to Lucifer inside of him. 17th JFK, 8:48 a.m. No bombing. Another failed prediction? Who knows? I mean, who knows? Who knows the day or the hour? I sure don't. I've proven that time and time again. I'm showing it to you right now with this video. But I'm trying to make a clearer point. Those beautiful hotels that you guys built right here in Philadelphia. I mean, what do I have? Like maybe 500 people that will tune in if the title's right, or if someone says like, hey, you should watch this video. It's a good one. He's not acting like a douchebag. He's not predicting freaking dates, and he's not judging us, and he's just talking to us. You guys, whoever you guys are, I mean, I feel like I know about at least 100, maybe 40, 150 probably at least, and maybe even a few more than that. $500 rooms are paid for. I mean, even if you want to bring your family can come. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh, man. What the fuck is wrong with my hand? Everybody's family can come with them, and they can stay at these hotels that Derek and Jonathan Click they own. Or at least they know somebody that owns it. You don't even have to own it. It doesn't even matter. You know who owns it. So therefore it's equivalent to you guys. Do you pay anything when you walk in? I mean, maybe you might have a credit card, but see, I don't have credit. I barely have a card. I got one. It's not even a credit card. It's a debit card. Like debt. It's a debit card. I have a little bit of cash in that bank account. Barely ever. Any month, as you guys are very well aware of. Not everybody, just the ones that have the ability to look into your bank account. So why not have the people's families, anybody that volunteers, that wants to start. Listen. Oh my God. This is harder than I thought. Wow. Is that not like the 7th time that I put my hand in front of the damn camera, knowing that I didn't want to? Or was that the 5th time? I think I did it a couple times and I recognized it's going to take me a while to get through this video if I keep doing that, because it's like a jolt of lightning hits me inside, like of weakness, that I failed again. Like I can't You can't stop putting your hand in front of the damn camera. Well, I'm going to show you something that I'm going to change the subject for a second. I was drinking this warm beer, and then I'm like, hey, I'm tired of drinking a warm beer. So then I filled this up with chopped ice, and then I just put it in there. That way, and then it actually forms a hole there. That's so much better because now it's cold every sip. And you get your ice for free inside of the freezer. So it's cost effective. Just like this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. Oh my god, what a weakness. What the... Alright. Wow. Here I am trying to preach how to control your thoughts. And look, I could just not upload this video. But I will anyway. That's crazy how something so impulsive, unaware, unable to stop doing it. I'll get it under control. Because now I'm so damn aware of this habit of moving my hand around. Now look, people talk with hands, whatever. You got to do your hand signals and sign language. I understand that. But when you finally learn how to stay still, the power you have is to stay still. You'll be able to literally stay still. When you finally do that, you can actually enjoy what you're doing, even if you're doing nothing besides staying the hell still. Because the only reason people would want to control other people is because they can't control themselves. When you start controlling yourself, you'll stop feeling the need to control other people. This is what I go through with my wife. When she stopped trying to control the things that she cannot control with me, because it's the will of God. Like, I'm not going to stop. But when she learned to stop trying to control me, she was able to start to realize that she's only trying to control things because she can't control her own thoughts. This is why I'm so strong on gaining what your thoughts are and letting that first initial thought go. The best thing about YouTube is I'm uninterrupted. So no matter what I'm saying, I'm uninterrupted. I prefer now to talk straight to people, face to face, enemies and friends and everybody. That's why I went up there today. I felt like I'm in enemy's territory. Well, there's a part of me that feels like at any given part in time, either one of these enemies at one point in their lives, I was to them, or maybe I still am, but I feel like I was in enemy's territory. But I did predict that the bomb would go off at 8:48 and at 5:55, the William Penn building on that day, and I said I would be there on the rocky steps, on the footprints, in enemy's territory. Can't say it any clearer than that. So I'm well aware that anything can happen at any given point in time, but you just need the command to do it. I feel like there's wolves just lurking all throughout the entire time that I was in Philadelphia today at 4 a.m. and on, just cruising the streets. But I didn't feel any fear of it. I just felt like I know that there's spirits around that are foaming out the mouth. They're foaming out the mouth. Why is that? What is it that's bothering you so much about me that you're foaming out of your mouth to just get the call. I'm trying to help you to stop warring with yourself and realize that there's two different spirits inside of your body. There's this spirit that kept moving my hand when I it's fine to talk with your hands. I'm not saying anything with that. I'm saying when I realized I couldn't control my hand, it became a problem. Now I'm focusing in on stopping something that's uncontrollable, because I don't like feeling out of control. That's why I gained 50 pounds overweight when I first started this YouTube thing, because I was out of control. My attitude was out of control. I don't like even going back to the videos, because I'm looking at it like, man, well, your heart's in the right place, Rob. You look cocky. I can see why everybody wants to punch you in your face at that time. Please, forgive me. I did not know what I was doing. Now I know what I'm doing. It's very clear what I'm doing. If you can stop warring with yourself, if you can stay still, if you can just be consciously aware of habits that you have that you can't control. Is there anything you can't control? Well, yes, food. Everybody eats food every day unless you are consciously aware that you're going to fast. So I fasted for that one day until I got there, and when I was done, nothing happened. I got something to eat. That's all I can do, fast and prayer, and then go to the spot where I feel like my prediction, if it's going to happen, I want to see it with my own eyes. I even took the day off of work to just go up there. I can't keep doing that, though. I prefer not to work at all and start to build this house. But I need like materials, I need people, I need help, and I need you guys to open up your hotels. So the people that are watching my video, look, you guys invested your heart into me because you're still watching. Therefore, if something happens to me, well, you'll either care or you'll be glad, one or the other. But anybody that never came across my channel, they're not going to have this opportunity to have. Did I put my hand in front of the? I don't even know. I don't even know if I think I did, and I didn't even realize it. I kept talking. Oh wow, that is something else, man. But anyway, when you don't eat food, here's what you're staying still with: chewing your mouth. Your teeth are staying still. Maybe it's a chewing thing. Maybe it's a jaw thing. Maybe there's I understand the hand to mouth thing, where if you're driving and you're falling asleep, if you go grab a bag of chips and you start eating it, it kind of wakes you up. It's something about that. It's something about moving around that makes you feel comfortable even though you're uncomfortable, because that's why you keep moving. But when you can stay still, you can learn that you start listening to who the fuck is talking inside of your head, getting you to do these things without being aware of it. Food is the distraction. Pop some food in. Pops, eat that. You forget. When you stop the food, this is why the 3-day fast is very important for Jonah. Because it's a way to finally stay still and then recognize, like, oh, I was wondering why. Yeah, at first initial thought, yeah, I thought about it the second time over, and then I thought, like, what the hell? Why am I thinking? That doesn't even make sense. It's like, I'm going to put my hand in front of it this time, consciously aware that I was going to do that. It clicks in place like the flick of a switch. But you have to refrain from eating food to recognize it's not a sound. It's just quiet. It's inside your head. You can almost say it out loud. You can think it so hard that your mouth is getting ready to move. That's the thing that should make you wake up, like, wait a minute. I'm thinking so deeply that my mouth is getting ready to move with those words that is in my head. And then whatever you roll off your tongue is what's in your head, it's in your heart, and that's who you are. At that moment, at that point in given time, you are Lucifer in the flesh. Then, when you flick the switch and you let that thought go by and you think about it, you get two options. Didn't a doctor always say you need a second opinion? Well, what was Christ? A physician. Go get a second opinion. The second opinion is your second opinion. You have two witnesses inside of you, don't you? So we're all two witnesses in the end when it's all said and done, because the two spirits is inside our vessel. Which one do you choose to listen to? Some people think that anger is justified and you have to be angry, and it feels good to be angry, but it doesn't. It feels better to love and give to people when you have. It feels even better when you barely have shit and you still give it to people for free, knowing damn well that 33 minutes a day for 3 hours and 3 months and like 3 days, it heals people's sickness of what? The world, the news, the fakery, the lies, the deception, everything. Apparently I'm good at proving it. But I've been attacked going to court with things I didn't do, but it's because of the things I did do that got me there, so I had to deal with it, and then I faced my fears, and I talked to judges, and I got different sentences that I normally wouldn't have got if I didn't open up my mouth. When you got the defender, public defender, the DA, and your probation officer all recommending extra time when you're ready to get out, like this is a whole nother story. Right before I got out of prison, I was supposed to do more time because they were looking to give me 6 more months. I convinced them that I needed to get out of there now. I convinced them. The judge was on my side. 3 against 1. Doesn't happen like that. But it only happened because I was ready to leave. I showed all my documentation that I had. All the classes I took, it worked. Point being, stop warring with yourself. You'll be at peace. And then all of us, everybody that even hates me, we can start building this house right here for the homeless people to start with. Free water, free cleaning supplies, free toilets, no more pissy smell. Where do people take a shit at anyway, the homeless people? Think about it. You got sewer systems that's already ready to go, that you can just add a building on top of it with people and